Good morning, people. It has been a while since I've got on and had a chat with you guys. I hope we're all well. How's your weekend so far? I've just come back from a training session with the guys. It's been fantastic. In the rain, which has been good. I've missed doing that. I have had one of the most stressful weeks of my life, I think, at my new job. But it's been good. It's been enlightening, and I've come up with some new things I need to sort out in my life. One of them is going to be delegation, micromanaging, and controlling processes that they have in place at my new job. But it's cool. But we're not going to talk about that this weekend. It's all about the bear and my wife Sarah. She's had to go into work this morning, so I'm just going to go home now, grab a quick shower, then go and pick up the bear from his grandpa's, and then we're into town for a bit of coffee and food, I think. And then I'm on a road trip tonight, and hopefully you guys will join me. My middle brother, Drew Cooney, is fighting tonight in an MMA competition down at Epsom. So I've got a 3-hour road trip on my own to go and see him, hopefully be successful in his fight. And then I'll see my other brother, Blair, he'll be there. And then I'm going to turn it around on the dial and come straight home, because I want to spend tomorrow with my wife and Bear. And then back to work on Monday, so like I said, no more talk about work. Well, people, I hope you have a good weekend, and I will keep you posted on the rest of my day. Back in the car, en route now to meet Sarah. Bear slept, he's eaten, and we are now rolling in the rain. But I can see us going to an indoor shopping centre to get some coffee and some lunch. But yeah, it's got really miserable and wet now. I'm guessing the British summer has ended, and now we'll go back to the other 10 months of the year to this weather. Rubbish. To my youngest brother Blair, I'm starting to now get excited about going to see Drew, my middle brother, fight tonight. So hopefully we can get down to Epsom, so trek. We get down there in a reasonable hour, and then grab some scran with Blair and his mates, and then go and catch the fights. And then I'm going to red eye it, turn it around, and come straight back up. So hopefully Drew finishes him quickly, and then I'm going to make like a tree and leave and get the hell out of Dodge, because it's going to be another late night. But I want to spend as much of tomorrow with Sarah and Bear, and I've got some work to do, and we've got the house to sort out. So it should be an interesting day, but it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to seeing both my brothers. It's been a while since I've seen them. And yeah, let's go and get some food. It's still raining. Okay. Smile. Oh, what was that?
Oh, I'm a country fan. She was here sleeping.
How to entertain a baby.
Do it again.
Throw it.
It actually sounded really bad.
How does that taste? So we've just had a very impromptu coffee, cake and food with Dean of Real Fitness, and he's looking forward to going to Hawaii because he's qualified for the World Ironman Championships. So he'll be off there in 4 weeks until he races, which will be pretty cool. But it was good to catch up with Dean and Debbie, because we've not seen them in a while. Yeah, it was good to catch up with them. So we had a good little bit of coffee, and now we're going to have a little stroll around, and then going to go home and pack for the little road trip to Epsom. That tastes good.
Hi, monkey.
Check out Sarah's shoes. Yeah, funky.
You're not the only one with cool shoes.
I am the only one with cool shoes, but Sarah got cool shoes after she started dating me. Exactly. That one nice. world's smallest lift. How do you feel?
Happy!
How do you feel?
Happy!
The wall's closing in. We don't swear on the... So the road trip has begun. It is now 20 to 5. About an hour later than I wanted to leave. So it should be quite interesting. SatNav says it'll take me 3 hours and 27 minutes. I'm aiming for about 3 hours and 10 minutes. Obviously, keep it to the speed limit, but cutting some corners, all different shortcuts across country. But that should get me there for just after 8, which should put me just in time for Drew to be fighting at about 9, half 9. I will miss the rest of the fights, but I'm not worried about it. I want to see Drew's fight. Drew is number 9, so hopefully all the other rounds will maybe go, all the other undercard fights will go the 10 minutes or 20 minutes that they're allocated. And then he might be pushed back. So hopefully they're all not first round knockouts, otherwise it could be a wasted trip and a wasted money as well. But I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to an MMA fight in this country. I've been to Vegas 3 times to see UFC fights and gone and watched them live, and they are awesome. But I've never really seen them do it over in this country, so it should be good fun. But I'm not looking forward to my 3.5 hour drive, especially because I'm hungry already. Let's see how it goes. Done to me. This is my wife and I's favourite song. Not really my wife's song, my favourite song. This is the song that reminds me of when we first got together. We almost had this as our first dance. I wish I was like We are now here at the world famous, I said we, I mean me on my own, at the world famous Watford Gap services. A little bit of general knowledge. Watford Gap was the first service station in British history, I think. Let's see if the coffee's any good. Penny boards. Inspiring a nation, Mr. Ben Brown. The way you make me feel. Like Anthony, no doubt. I put it down, never slouch. As long as my credit can vouch, a dog couldn't catch me. Tell me who could stop a train making moves attracted down. Good Lord, baby, I'm jumping all over time. Every man don't play it well. Cover much ground, got game right now. It is the motel, each and every day. True play away, I can't get her out of my mind. Yeah, it's bigger than Radio 1, Saturday night, baby. Hip hop till 3 in the morning. This is gonna get me to the fight, and then it's gonna get me home, baby. So I've arrived here at Epsom. Now I just need to find out where the fight is. This is a pretty cool venue. I've never been to Epsom before. Just need to try and get my brother to come and give me the tickets, because he's inside somewhere. And here he is.
Oh, it's a video.
My brother! I've been travelling hours to get here with you. It's probably a bit dark, so we can't see this, so we're going to have to come into the light.
You're not going to video inside, are you?
Yes!
No, don't video inside, there's people in there.
We're going to be doing it all night.
These always go. And next to the octagon.
Are we enjoying the fight?
Yeah, it's good.
So we're here to see who fighting?
Drew's fight. And Tom Green.
We don't know who Tom Green is.
I know.
So it doesn't matter, does it? But the important fight is going to be Drew. And he's on it, card 11. We're now watching the little guys fight. It's actually a pretty cool venue. I'm glad you invited me. Thanks for buying my ticket as well. So we're now ringside. Drew's just about to be announced. His opponent's coming out. Some guy who's, I don't know how good he is or not, we're about to find out. I don't think he's concentrating on the fight. I wasn't nervous before the fight. All of a said, and now I'm nervous for him. Should be good though. Good job, Drew, well done. Did you enjoy watching him fight?
Yeah.
No, you didn't, you were scared.
I'm relieved
I
now.
saw you scared.
I'm relieved now.
Oh, no, you done it.
I'm relieved now.
He's very eloquent, Drew.
That's where he gets awkward.
I'd like to thank my brothers. They inspired me. It was an inspiration, both of them. There he is. Look at him, he's such a legend in the background. You won't even talk to me.
He's signing autographs.
He's signing up. What's he doing?
Signing autographs.
He won't even talk to us. He's that big time. He'll come and see me in a minute when he wants a drink.
It was actually like
Talking to his admirers. Oh, you're the greatest. I want to be like you.
made a 30-second fight turned into like a 5-minute conversation. I'm not repeating that.
He's the greatest. I love him. I love him.
It's not me in a suit.
I'm interviewing. I'm not taking a picture. I'm videoing.
I can't believe that bloke in Aviva.
I think you were very eloquent. I missed the bit where you said that your brothers were an inspiration.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but he asked me good question.
You did well. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. Awesome. So that was super cool. It's now 11:15 and Drew absolutely destroyed this guy. It was all over in 90 seconds. So worth the drive down though. He did really well, very proud of him. You've got to check this guy out on Fusion Fighting. Drew Cooney, absolutely awesome tonight. Absolutely was in control right from the get-go. Well worth the drive down. I've now got to do the drive home, and it's very good when you look at your GPS and it says 3 hours and 23 minutes, 190 miles, and it is, focus, 12:46. So at least I'll be home sooner than I thought, but it's going to be a long drive. Hopefully the music's good. Let's go. Gotta love a 24-hour coffee place. It's 10 to 12. I need a coffee and some food. All I want is some food, a sandwich, some chocolate bar. I'm stood waiting in the service station because there's no staff. Back in the car, back on the road. Just heard from Drew. He's off out into Guildford. Hope he has a good night. I've got good music to get me home. It's hip hop month, so it's all good tunes to get me home. Let's go. Well, I'm finally home. It's 2:10. It's been a long day. Probably spent about 7 and a bit hours driving, but it was well worth it to go and see Drew win his fight, which was super cool. I'm gonna get in now and straight to bed. So remember, people, life is one big game. Make sure you play it your way, and remember, MYP, maximize your potential. Good night.